into my home. Come on in. Our living room is one of our most used spaces in our house. It flows directly into our dining room, so we spend a lot of time in here. It includes 3 different unique murals, as well as 14 houseplants and a felt checkerboard kitchen bar. I love warm colors as well as rainbows, so I used a combination of both within this space. Our main mural flows across 3 walls and includes neutral shades of pink and yellow. So it's really just a fun, relaxing, enjoyable space to be in. The second mural that I painted in our living room is this rainbow ombre. I wanted to paint a rainbow that wasn't too in your face, so I spent a ton of time at the paint store choosing the perfect shades of pastel rainbow that would flow really nicely down the wall. Another way that I like to add color to our house besides murals is through furniture and decor. I've done that in our living room through adding a bright yellow couch as well as some pink chairs. I also like to add touches of rainbow, so I did that in here with our rainbow floral rug and some fun stuff on our bookshelf. One way that I added organization into our living room is through this cute console table. Not only does it match our decor, but it's super functional. Inside of it, we keep all of our video game things when we're not using them, so they're not out cluttering the space. One thing I collect is houseplants. Throughout the entirety of our home, we have 44 of them. It's just really fun to take care of them and watch them grow. I also like to see all the different shades of green and different textures. I think it really adds a nice touch to your decor. Now onto the room I'm most proud of, our kitchen. This room features 101 hand-painted floor tiles, as well as 67 hand-painted flowers. The first area we painted in the kitchen was the floors. I'm obsessed with how it turned out. I wanted our kitchen to feel kind of retro, so I chose shades of pink and orange and drew on a geometric pattern. It's also held up super well over the last 3 years since I painted them. I love the way it totally transforms the space. The next space I painted in here was the walls. I was worried it would compete with the floor too much, but I think it's perfect. All of the time was so worth it because I love the way it transformed the space. So in here, I went ahead and I painted some retro dessert themed art to add on top of the flowers to kind of break them up a little bit. I love the way they turned out and how they match perfectly because I used the same paint colors that were used in the space. Paint has truly transformed our entire home from top to bottom. It's such an easy way to change a room or a piece of furniture even to make it feel more you. Our kitchen didn't have very much storage naturally, so I added this china cabinet as well as a coffee bar so that we could keep our counters clean. So I've organized it all inside with our coffee mugs as well as our actual coffee and coffee filters so that it's easy to make a coffee in the morning without cluttering up other spaces and everything's just right where we need it. The biggest statement when you walk into our house is definitely our rainbow stairs in the hallway that they lead to. This area includes 14 paint colors, 30 works of art, 1 stained glass door, and 1 fun rainbow wallpaper. We have 2 sets of stairs in our home, and they were both fully carpeted when we moved in. I spent a lot of time choosing the perfect rainbow to paint them in. One thing I like to do throughout the seasons is add different decor to the stairs that matches them. Currently, we have plants out that all have different shades of rainbow to coordinate with the stairs. I love how this adds another fun, unique texture and color to the space that you don't really see in a lot of homes. So after painting the rainbow stairs, I thought it'd be fun to add a rainbow gallery wall that went all the way up the stairs. I love the way it turned out and the different unique touches that each of the works of art add to the space. I painted some of them myself, and I've also bought some from other artists. Whenever I see a piece that I like, typically of animals or nature, I'll buy them and I'll add them to the space. At the top of the stairs, we have this fun hallway. Originally, this space was a really dark gray that made it feel very closed in. I wanted it to feel bold. I love the colors that are included in the flowers. We painted everything from the doors to all of the trim and molding. I literally took a piece of the wallpaper to the store so I can match the purple color as best that I could. I've always loved stained glass, so we bought a door with glass panels and installed it. I then bought some rainbow vinyl stickers and stuck them to the window glass. I love how colorful it makes the space, and when the sun shines through, colors reflect onto the ground and it makes it really just fun and bright and rainbow in here. Alright, it's time for you to go. Thanks for stopping by. I work at a pretty small school, and with that, I have a small classroom. I believe it's important to put effort into the way my classroom looks, so it's a place that my students and I both want to work and create. I think having a bright, colorful space makes it inspiring, and I think having an organized space and putting effort into that keeps it less cluttered and overwhelming, so that students and myself are able to focus and be the most creative that we can be. A lot of our school is very gray, so I love that the murals can help brighten up the space and make it a little more inspirational and creative. Many of the murals I've painted also have a motivational quote such as this to try and inspire the students. One of my favorite things I have hung in my classroom is these artist posters. I created them a few years ago with the style of each artist. Each year I try to add a few more because my students really love looking to see if the artist we're learning about is featured on the wall, and if they're not, they're quick to say, well, you need to draw another poster. My favorite part of my classroom is my storage lockers. I love the colors and how they brighten up my space, and they're also a key piece of storage. Since I don't have any closets, these organize most of my supplies. One thing I use a lot is different bins and paper trays. So bins I'll use to organize things, and paper trays I'll use to prep projects. So I'll prep all of my projects for the week and keep the different bits and pieces inside of the paper trays. Another thing I love about these lockers is that they're magnetic. So I keep different projects that we're going to be doing in the future hanging on them, as well as hang different fun things for students throughout the year. Another important organizational piece I have in my classroom is my rainbow drawers. I have 2 adapted art classes that I have 5 days a week for an entire semester. We do a lot of ripping and cutting and gluing, so this makes it easy for me to go to the drawer that I need as I'm prepping their projects and get everything done quickly and organized. Because I have a small classroom, I've contained all of my early finisher activities to a drawing cart with just paper activities. So I have a bin with just plain copy paper, as well as a bin with different coloring pages. I've designed different coloring pages for all the different seasons so I can print them throughout the year and have a variety for my students to choose from. Another early finisher activity that I actually found on the Art of Ed was 100 silly drawing prompts. My students love these. It has tons of just super silly ideas and things for them to draw, so I've used this a lot within my classroom. Many of my students are very visual learners, so they benefit greatly from direct visual step-by-step instructions on how to draw things. So I have all the steps to create some sort of silly drawing, such as a PB&J on vacation. The students love to do these. They're always super excited to see what different ones I come up with for when they finish their art projects early. The last area that I have for storage in my classroom is these cabinets. So these mainly contain all of my paints and some construction papers. All, of course, again, organized by color. I think that makes it a lot easier for things to be found, and also just makes it a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Thanks for stopping by. It's time for you to go.